Oh, man.
Good morning. Committee on Parole is called to order. Today's date is August 6, 2026. The time is 9:06. My name is Chuck Tillis, and I'll be serving as chair today for this committee. My colleagues are on Zoom, Ms. Jerry Ledoux and Mr. Steve Prater. We're located at the DOC office here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Staff, would you please introduce yourself for the record?
Parole Williams.
Thank you. Our remote location is at Orleans Parish. Is any staff there? Would they introduce themselves for the record, please? Can you hear us?
No, yeah, I can't hear. Speak about them.
We can.
I was listening to see what you couldn't on. Yes, how you doing?
Yeah, would you ask the staff to, they're gone. Would you give your name and DOC number for?
ALVIN Clay, and my DOC number is 496229.
Okay, Mr. Clay, we have, Steve Prater is going to be handling your case today. Mr. Prater, are you prepared?
Yes, I'm prepared and ready to go. Mr. Clay, you're represented by David Wolfenson, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And I see Mr. Wolfenson is on the air with us.
Good morning.
Call. Good morning. And I think he has a statement to make, if that would be appropriate, Mr. Wolfenson. You sent in a late request, and I'd like you to address that before we waste any more time with this hearing.
Absolutely. Thank you. And for the record, this is David Wolfenson. I represent Mr. Clay. I am requesting a continuance of today's proceedings. I was not originally the attorney assigned to Mr. Clay's case, and so I did not become aware that this hearing was going to occur today until last week when I was out of town. I received a call from Mr. Clay. I went and saw him on Monday when he let me know that this was going to be happening. I reached out to the board, the administrative office on Tuesday, got all of the associated letters, things of that nature. But because I did not know that this proceeding was going to be happening today, I am requesting a brief continuance of this matter just so that I can work on getting some things together so that I can actually present a full case on Mr. Clay's behalf to the board.
Mr. Wolfenson, I appreciate that. It sounds reasonable. I would like to ask something, though. Has his case not been handled by, quote, we'll call it a firm, by the Indigent Defender's Office, Public Defender's Office of Orleans Parish the entire 3 years he's been awaiting trial?
That is correct. And so I do not know I don't know why the case has not appeared yet at this proceeding. I don't know. There was nothing in the information that I received when I received the case that there were scheduled dates or anything of that nature. And so I apologize for myself and on behalf of anybody else. And I can tell you that this will be the first and last request.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. We'll consider this the last one because, quite honest, the defendant shouldn't have to call and tell you about a case that your quote firm, the public defender's office, has. And so that whole thing, and we all know, and I'm not lecturing you because you're in the legal field, but we all know that sometimes defense attorneys and sometimes judges and sometimes even prosecutors love to string things out. And this had been going on for 3 years and 4 months, homicide trial. And we do not have the same degree of proof that's required for us that the criminal system has. All we have to find
Understood.
is a preponderance. And so I think after 3.5 years, we delayed this thing long enough. My vote today, I don't know about the rest of the panel, my vote will be to continue it. But I can't suggest to the district court or suggest to your office, but I would just say that my patience on a 3.5-year-old homicide case is pretty worn out. But that's all I'll say. And I'll turn it over to my board for any questions. I don't see any need until we get this resolved about whether we continue it or not. We don't need to continue with this hearing. So I'll turn it over to the chairman to determine if he wants to poll the rest of the board.
Okay, Ms. Ledoux,
In the interest of justice, my vote is to continue this case, and I would hope that it would come before the legal system sooner rather than later.
your vote is to continue it now? I mean,
Yes, it is.
okay, my
Continue
vote
today.
also is continue.
Okay, and my vote also is to continue. So, Mr. Wilson, I hope I wasn't trying to be rude to you. I was just trying to be emphatic.
I appreciate that, and quite frankly, the next date that is given to Mr. Clay, we will have everything ready. I can also tell the board that he has a trial date that is currently scheduled for October 26th of this year.
Okay. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you and what you do.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Take care, Mr. Clay.
This concludes our business at Orleans Parish today. We're signing out.
Thank you.
No, that's yours.
Good morning. My name is Chuck Tillis. I'm chairing for this committee today. My colleagues are on Zoom, Ms. Jerry Ledoux and Mr. Steve Prater. We're at Ascension Parish Jail. Would you state your name and DOC number for the record, please?
My name is Shannon Lane. My DOC number is 331537.
Is there any staff in there with you?
Yes, sir.
State their name for the record, please.
Captain Sean Winchester with Ascension Parish Sheriff Office.
Thank you so much. Mr. Shannon, I'm handling your case today, and I'll be reading some violations. I'm sorry, do you have a questionnaire with you?
Sir?
You have a questionnaire with you?
No.
Can you put it up? All right, we're gonna put it up. Did you sign this?
Yes, sir.
You're not eligible for an attorney. Do you want to get an attorney yourself?
No, sir.
Okay, you want to continue with this case?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Read some violations, and you can answer guilty, not guilty, or with a statement.
Okay.
Violation number 4, you fail to refrain from engaging in criminal activity as evident by your arrest on or about 4/5/26. You were arrested by the Gonzales Police Department for disturbing the peace, acting in a violent and turbulent manner, and aggressive assault on 6/16/26. Upon motion of the state, nolle pros was entered to assault aggravated. Accused entered a plea of guilty as charged to District Peace Violation Act. Court sentenced accused as followed: to be committed to the parish prison and serve 90 days credit for their time served. Sentences to run concurrent with the parole hold. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or with the statement?
That's with the serving of peace.
Yes.
Okay, because they dropped the aggravated assault.
So how do you plead?
I plead guilt on the disturbing the peace.
Okay. And violation number 10, you failed to make supervisional payments to the officer and probation and parole. You're currently $1,197 in the rear. How do you plead?
I plead guilty.
Okay. Do my colleagues have any questions they want to ask Ms. Ledoux?
I note that, Mr. Lane, you've had significant substance abuse issues since you were released. You were positive on several occasions for meth, cocaine. And so are you having some drug issues?
Yes, ma'am. I had wanted to go back to the Grove because I feel like I had missed something. You know, it's a 28-day program, and I feel like I had missed something. You know, and I like to complete. I like to go back and go back through it. You know.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to address your substance abuse issue. That's all.
Okay.
Mr. Prater, do you have any questions?
Will the Grove take you back?
Yes, sir. I can go admit myself. They'll take me back because I know the person who over it, and I know he'll welcome me back.
Do you think maybe a longer term treatment may help?
It's like I just figure I missed something by me, you know, rushing to get out there. So I'll go back through it again. I know I'll get it right this time, yeah.
Well, excuse me, Miss Ledoux, were you through? I mean, you're on parole for third offense DWI and drug charges, and then you get out and you get on drug charges. You go to rehab, you get in trouble, and you leave there, and now you want to go back and finish up the program, what you missed on it. I'm afraid you need I mean, I don't want to see you locked up, but I want to see you mandated to get the help you need rather than voluntarily, because I don't think voluntarily you're strong enough on your own yet. But that's just my feelings. I'll leave it up to whomever's on the board that gets to vote.
Okay, are we prepared to vote?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay, my vote, since I have your case today, I find you in violations of violation number 4 and number 10. I think you need to get some long-term treatment, because what you're doing now is not helping you at all. So that's my vote. Miss Lou.
My vote is to, in lieu of revocation, to send him to long-term substance abuse treatment within the confines of the Department of Correction.
Mr. Prater.
I concur with that. In lieu of revocation, long-term substance abuse with DOC.
Thank you. Mr. Lane, you have been in lieu of revocation, is that correct? Yes. You will be sentenced to I think it's a year drug rehabilitation. This will include our work here today. We're signing out at 9:25 at the Ascension Parish Deal. Thank you. Good luck, sir.
Yes.
Morning. My name is Chuck Tillis. I'll be chairing this committee today. We're in Tangipahoa Parish Jail. My colleagues today with me are on Zoom, Ms. Jerry Ledoux and Mr. Steve Prater. Would you state your name and DOC number for the record?
You're on mute.
You're on mute. Is someone in there with you? You know how to get off mute?
There he is.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Chris Jones, 483715.
Say your DOC number again.
483715.
Okay, thank you. Do you have a questionnaire there with you?
No, sir. No one's here with me.
A questionnaire. Did you sign a questionnaire? Is that your signature?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, you're not entitled to an attorney. Do you want to get an attorney yourself?
I can't afford one. I was told if I couldn't afford one that they would give me one.
No, you don't qualify for one. Do you want to proceed with these hearings?
I would like to defer the hearings to gather further evidence.
Miss Jerry Ledoux is handling your case. Miss Ledoux?
I think we need to proceed with our hearing. He's not eligible for appointed counsel. Mr. Jones, I'm going to be asking you some questions about violation of your condition of parole. And I'm going to need for you to enter a plea of guilty, guilty with a statement, or not guilty. You've been accused of violating condition number 4 in 3 different parts. The first one, you were arrested by the Hammond Police Department on 5/18/26, charged with aggravated flight from an officer, hit and run misdemeanor, and aggravated criminal damage to property. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
I'm sorry, guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Not guilty. Okay, thank you. The second part, you verbally admitted to probation and parole on 5/18/2026 that you would test positive for all drugs and said that you used marijuana, heroin, cocaine, and more. How do you plead?
Guilty.
You were charged on or about 5/19/2026 with warrants from the Hammond Police Department for distribution of Schedule 2, 2 counts, and criminal conspiracy to distribute Schedule 2, 2 counts. And this was dealing with events that occurred between November 25 and May of 26. You have been billed on these charges. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
And condition number 10 relating to your fees. It looks like you're $357 in arrears of your supervision fee. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay. Mr. Jones, I read the police report and all of the events that happened as far as the motorcycle officer coming up and stopping you and you actually backing into a unit, fleeing the scene. So you pled not guilty on that?
Yes, ma'am.
So you did not hit a police unit escaping from officers?
Well, I put over for the motorcycle unit. I was in full compliance with the police. And then all of a sudden, these other guys just jumped out with guns and started waving them at me. And I didn't know what was going on.
Okay, they were in clearly marked police units?
Ma'am, no, they weren't. The only marked unit was the motorcycle. And I pulled over for him.
Okay. So they had been doing an undercover investigation of your activities. Were you on electronic monitoring at the time this happened?
Yes, ma'am.
And when you were taken into custody, did you have $3,244 in your pocket?
Yes, ma'am.
And you had marijuana in your pocket?
I had some crumbs of marijuana.
Okay. Okay. So, I mean, the preponderance of evidence leads me to believe that you were involved in criminal activity.
Well, money came from school. I was going to North Shore Tech for HVAC.
What does that have to do with it? I'm sorry, I didn't put the connection together.
Well, they're trying to connect the money to drugs, but I have receipts and bank cards from school gave me the money. I was going to North Shore Tech.
Somebody at that North Shore Tech gave you $3,000?
No, ma'am, I was going to school. That's the checks they wrote me for going to school. I got a card. I got the money off the card.
Okay. Do my colleagues have any questions?
The
Yes.
money.
Oh, go ahead.
Steve, go ahead.
Now, also,
My question is this, I've got a couple of questions. When is your full-time day? If we revoke you today, how much time do you spend in jail?
my full-term date, I think, is in 2031.
Yes, sir, that's what I wrote down. Just making sure that I didn't miss anything, but I think that's true. And so you're currently being held with some serious felony charges, correct?
Yes, sir.
if we violate you today, you're into 2031, and the court or the DA could drop all those charges, and you're gonna get as much as you probably get from the court charges. So we would be taking the responsibility of sentencing basically off of him. He could drop his charges and you wouldn't be charged with all that. We just charge you with ours and revoke you. And that doesn't seem fair either, although I hate continuances. So I'm saying all that to say, kind of in a quandary here. Mr. Chairman, I'm convinced that he's guilty. In my mind, the preponderance of the evidence is that he's guilty of these charges.
Ms. Ledoux, he had said he wanted to continue, but you want to what's your thought on that?
Well, Mr. Chairman, I believe, as Mr. Prater just stated, that I have enough evidence to that he was, by his own admission, in violation of his conditions of parole. So I'll be prepared to vote when all of the questions are satisfied by my colleagues.
Okay. Then you're prepared to vote?
I am.
Okay, what's your vote?
So, Mr. Jones, you do have quite a bit of time ahead of you. I believe that you were involved in drug sales, and I think you have a significant drug problem. You still have to face those charges. My vote is good.
I'm sorry. Can I just say this? The distributions is not for me selling drugs to any undercovers or CIs. He's saying he think I distributed drugs. Like if you look at it all the way, because he seen somebody get out of my car and he suspect them being drug users. So he said I distributed drugs to them. Nobody seen me sell anything.
Okay. Mr. Jones, I've read the report. Thank you. My vote today is to, you have a drug problem. Do you want to get off drugs?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you an addict?
Yes, ma'am.
Hang out with addicts who sell drugs and not in the right lifestyle. My vote today is to, in lieu of revocation, send you to 1 year of substance abuse treatment within the confines of the Department of Correction. And I believe your full term date is 2033. Thank you. That's my vote.
Thank you, Mr. Prater.
Your vote is to revoke you with the understanding that I'll just leave it on you, that you seek out some sort of long-term drug rehabilitation program within the DOC while you complete the rest of your sentence.
Okay, and I concur with my colleagues in violation of 4 and 10. Revoke, yes. My vote is to revoke. This concludes our business with you today. You've been revoked, and I wish you well. We're signing out at Tangipahoa Parish Deal.
Hello?
He has no idea what he did, does he?
Are you on? Okay. Go on.
Kentrail,
Yes.
you up?
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Chuck Tillis. I'm chairing for this committee this morning. My colleagues are on Zoom, Mr. Steve Prater and Ms. Jerry Ledoux. We're at the RAYBURN Correctional Center. Would Mr. Kentrail give us his name and DLC number, please?
Name is KENTRAIL FULLER, 560-743.
Thank you. Mr. Prater will be handling your case today. Say again? I'm sorry, will the staff introduce themselves?
Keith Bickham, Warden.
Harvey McGee, Administrative Coordinator 3.
Tammy Brumfield Records.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you all.
Look, they get send us a list asking, can they state their names in the back for the people?
And the people in back is there for them. Would they state their names on the record?
Lucretia King, Janice Fuller, Kenesha Burton,
Wayne Burke.
Portia Youngblood.
Milton Fuller.
Sharonda Prevost.
Thank you so much. Mr. Prater, this is your case.
Okay. Mr. Fuller, you having
Yes,
a
sir.
good day today?
I'm all right, kind of nervous.
Okay, well, the way I understand this case, that you've been in jail for about a year, is that correct?
No, sir, about 2.5.
2.5 years?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I was showing that you were sentenced on July of 2025. But you had been in jail a year and a half before that, correct?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Awaiting trial?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Okay, and you got a 10-year sentence on the, a year ago, you got a 10-year sentence at hard labor.
Correct, I got a 10-year sentence.
Okay, and you didn't get credit for time served in your sentence?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I got a 330 days, I think.
Okay, that you did get credit for. So you have technically been in jail a couple of years on a 10-year sentence, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, that's correct.
Okay, I just wanted to get that straight before we got started. I want you to tell me, because this is an unusual case, obstruction of justice. We don't get those very often. You are a second-class offender, I understand that, but I want to hear your side of this obstruction of justice. And I want you to be as concise as you can with me. And then I'm
Yes.
going to ask Warden Bickham what kind of fellow you've been in the time that he's seen you, which has probably been, I guess, maybe a year. I'm not sure, but I want to hear what kind of fellow you've been since you've been arrested, since you've been locked up. So go ahead and get started and tell me what you did to get yourself locked up and what you've done since you've been locked up.
Well, to get me locked up, I domestic abuse battery. I got arrested. Upon my arrest, I called from the city jail, called my wife, Donna Fuller, to try to persuade her not to press charges or go with the charges forward. That's where the obstruction of justice come from. I signed and I went to trial, and they gave me 10 years for obstruction of justice.
Okay. Were you told not to call her?
I didn't know at the time. I didn't know what was going on at the time, because the incident that had happened, they came pick me up like a month later. So when they came in the house and got me and drove me out to jail, I didn't know what was going on at the time. So I called from the city jail.
All right. And that was your wife that you had this domestic abuse problem with?
Correct.
Okay. Let me refresh my screen here and find out something. And that's Miss Donna Fuller, correct?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
And she's going to be speaking to us in a little bit, right?
I have no idea.
Okay. All right. Well, she's signed up and she's gonna be Zooming with us and we'll hear from her in a little bit. What have you done in the time that you've been locked up?
I've taken numerous programs. First, I would like to state that it's my responsibility. I did, or it's my fault. I own up to what the things that they say I did. But I took AA, NA, anger management, moral trauma, thinking for a change, moral compass. I realized that a power more greater than myself can restore me back to sanity. And I came to realize I do have a drinking problem. Without me having the alcoholism in my life, I function as a normal human being in society. And but I've completed numerous programs while I've been in here. Victim awareness for the victim that I hurt, my family, Donna Fuller, the society.
Okay. All right. All right, well, I appreciate that, and we'll get back with you with some questions. The panel and myself will have some more questions for you in a little bit about this case. Warden, would you tell us a little bit what you know, limited amount you know about him?
Pastor Kentrail's been here with us for about a year. He's taken several classes. I know the panel has a deal about write-ups. I want to make clear, since this was turned in, he had a write-up. I researched it after talking to him on Tuesday. The write-up will be removed from his record. There were items on his bed that they wrote him up for. They came in the dorm with full inspection. They told everybody, get up, don't touch anything. When he was on his bed, he was allowed to have those items out. But they told him, don't touch anything, get up and go outside. And then when they saw him, they issued a write-up, which that's not correct. It shouldn't have been done that way. That will be removed. And like I said, he's been through a lot of classes. We haven't considered him for trustee or anything yet, but that would be coming in the future.
Okay, does he have any other write-ups there?
No, sir.
Okay, and that was a justifiable deal. That was
Yes,
expunged. You're taking off the record. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Good. Well, appreciate you listening to him and doing what was right then. Appreciate that very much.
May I ask a question while we have the warden on do you have domestic abuse intervention programming there at your facility?
We have some anger management classes. We don't have a very structured domestic abuse. It's kind of put in together with that.
Okay. Yeah, there's a newer program that several
Yes, ma'am.
facilities have. I didn't know if you had. Thank you, Warden. I appreciate it.
And I'm not sure, they may teach a version of that, but I can't answer that right now.
Okay. All right. I'm curious to hear from Miss Fuller, I believe now. The panel doesn't have any more questions of the warden there. Miss Fuller, talk to us, please, and tell us you're supporting this effort, I assume, because it's listed in my program that you are, but I'd like to hear from your words.
Good morning. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
We can see and hear you.
I apologize about being able to see me, but I'm glad you can hear me.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I have written a statement just to make sure that I stay on point. So if you will allow me. Good morning, honorable parole board members. My name is Donna Fuller, age 59, and currently working for Willis Knighton Wellness Center for almost 2 years. Kentrail and I have 2 children together, Tyrese Fuller, age 27, and Kendall Fuller, age 22. The morning Kentrail was arrested, his mom was already registered within the emergency room at Willis Knighton North Hospital in Shreveport Louisiana, for a possible heart attack. I was devastated that I had to go to the hospital and tell his family what had transpired that morning. I told his sister Co and his cousin Danielle that Kentrell needed his family more than ever to support and be there for him. Although I have not had any form of contact with Kentrell since that morning, I am aware that his family and friends have turned out for him like never before. He has an amazing support system with his family that anyone would be thankful for. I spoke with his sister and have been assured that he has a place to live with his mom upon release. She has also let me know that he has an employment opportunity waiting for him as well. Kentrell has a cousin named Tu that he was raised with and continues to have a very close relationship with. She does have severe health issues. His mom also continues to suffer from heart problems, among other health concerns. Kentrell being incarcerated is not helping with these conditions, likely adding to their decline, not only physically, but mentally as well. I know that Kentrell has type 2 diabetes and high blood pressure. Being at home with his family would allow him to take care of his health, under better circumstances. Our children miss their dad and need him in their everyday life. It is difficult to move away from the past to a better future without their dad at home. I've said these things to say, I respectfully urge you to consider granting parole to Kentrell Fuller. I have no doubt he will utilize the skills and knowledge he has gained through the classes he has participated in during the time in this facility to make better decisions with his life to avoid repeat occurrences. I am supportive of Kentrell being granted parole so that he can be with his family to mend and heal from his past mistakes. I am confident that his sister will support and monitor Kentrell so that he has a healthier and productive future.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
thank you for that. Let me ask you a couple of questions.
Yes, sir.
When he was sentenced and given 6 months on domestic abuse battery and then 10 years on the obstruction of justice. Were you the victim of that particular domestic abuse battery?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and so do you plan to have any kind of relationship with him were he to get this parole?
I do not intend on having a husband-wife relationship. Honestly, in the future, I would like to be able to sit down with him and just know that he's okay and that he's better. But as far as maintaining contact and living with each other, no, sir.
Okay, and what's to prevent him from falling off the wagon, getting drunk and getting mad at you because of this time he spent in jail, and coming in beating you up? How comfortable are you that that's not going to happen?
Well, I think that's a valid concern, but I know now more than ever that his family is going to be there to support him and help him through the tough times. I also know Kentrell, we've been together for quite a while. Without alcohol, he's an amazing person. He's a wonderful dad. He's good with the community. And I believe he has moved forward. And I have to have that confidence.
Mr. Prater,
Yes, sir.
I would like to ask her a question. Are you afraid of him?
No, sir.
How long had this abuse? I read your case. How long had this abuse been going on?
Over time, maybe 4 or 5 years.
And so you came forward after certain time and said, okay, I had enough. And now you're saying that you want him to be released again?
I do. I want him to be with his family. There's extreme health issues, and I do not want to. I want him to be at home with his family. I'm not concerned about him coming after me. I do in my heart of hearts. And I know Ken. He's changed. He has to have changed. And with the classes that he's taken, I know that it's given him the strength to do the right thing.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, is that all you had, Mr. Chairman? For her?
Yes. Yes.
I'd like to ask the warden again, what formal classes has he participated in there voluntarily?
We have our sober living dorm, which we implemented about a year and a half ago. It contains a lot of classes in it. He's been through pre-release, he's been through victims awareness, he's been through cage array. There are some others that he's just finishing up that they have not printed certificates for. But he has been through several of those. Also, we do have a domestic violence class, and he is asked to be put in it. He's backlogged for it. He'll be going in it when they start the next class.
What about substance abuse? That's of particular interest because of what Ms. Fuller said, that he's okay until he drinks.
Those, I neglected to say that those are part of the sober living dorm. It's something we implemented here on our own. They go through those classes while they're down there, and he has been started in it. And he has finished the initial part of it, but like 12 steps and all those, he's still being backlogged for those to get into them.
Okay. That's all the questions I have. I'd like to turn it over to my panel to see what they have anything else to ask the warden or him, Mr. Fuller.
Ms. Ledoux?
Mr. Chairman, I would like to entertain an executive session, if I can get a second to that.
Yes, sir. You certainly have a second.
Jared Ledoux,
Yes.
Steve Prayer,
Yes.
Chuck Tillings.
Yes. We're gonna stop for a second to talk about some confidential things.
Yes, sir.
Be able to read my letter, his sister.
Yes, ma'am. They're gonna give y'all an opportunity to speak. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Are we in?
We said 3 hours, lunch report. They treat both of those. Same boats, same boat with those.
Oh, just FYI, we can't hear them, but they can still see and hear us.
Okay, we're reconvening. Mr. Brady, you want to go ahead and pick up with your,
Yes, Mr. Fuller, we had an executive session and I learned during our executive session that there's two people that are seated behind you that want to speak. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, I don't have their names, but ask them to stand up, move forward and stand between y'all, if you would, or Warden, if you'll scoot over and identify themselves and speak very briefly, because we don't want to spend just a couple of minutes with each one of you.
Okay. My name is Kanisha Burton. I'm Kentrail's Fuller sister. I just have a little small letter that I would like to read. It says, "Dear members of the board, I am writing to express my strong support for the parole of my brother Kentrail Fuller. During his incarceration, Kentrail has taken full responsibility for the choices that led to his imprisonment. He has used this time for deep personal reflection and genuine self-improvement. Kentrail is deeply committed to his rehabilitation and future success. He has set clear, realistic goals for his life after his release to ensure a smooth and stable transition. I have already secured a permanent housing and a job for him upon his release. Additionally, Kentrail is committed to attending regular anger management and therapy sessions with a qualified professional to support his continued emotional growth. Our family is fully united and ready to provide him with the stable environment and guidance he needs to succeed. Furthermore, our aging mother health has declined significantly over the past years, resulting to multiple hospitalizations. Kentrail's return home will bring comfort to her and allow them to spend valuable time together. Thank you for your time, careful consideration, and public service."
Okay, thank you, ma'am. We appreciate your involvement. We're glad that you got a chance to speak. Thank you for the letter. Yes, sir.
My name is Wayne Burton, I'm the owner of K&K Touring. And Kentrail do have a job waiting on him on the outside.
Okay, well, that's good. That's good of you. Appreciate your support. Okay, thank y'all both, and thank y'all for all showing up to support him. Okay, Mr. Fuller, I think that's all. Panel, do you have any other questions to ask?
yeah, I wanted to ask the question. Mr. Fuller, you never explained what happened. But at one point, you were elaborating on your one of your classes that you had done some things wrong. What did you do?
Can you repeat that again, sir?
I say I didn't hear you say what you'd done to your wife. I read the report that she gave.
You're breaking up, Mr. Prater.
Okay, that was Mr. Tillis.
You can't hear me?
We hear part of what you're saying.
Okay, that's okay. I'll withdraw my question. That's okay.
Well, can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. What Mr. Tillis is asking, I believe, if I can talk for him for just a second, he says that he never heard from Mr. Fuller exactly what he did that was wrong, and he would like to hear just exactly what he did to get himself placed in prison.
Okay. My name is Kentrail Fuller. On that particular day in question, with my alcoholism, I burned it with a cigarette.
You burned her with cigarettes?
No, sir, not burned her with cigarettes. She got burned by the cigarette that I was smoking. And when I was in my alcoholism, and a month later, the police came and picked me up. And that's the way the case went. And
Mr. Fuller, let me speak for myself, and I won't speak for Mr. Tillis now, but you're saying that you didn't burn her with a cigarette, but she got burned with a cigarette you were smoking.
No,
And then
no,
you,
I'm sorry.
go ahead.
I burnt it with the cigarette.
Okay, why didn't you say that to start with?
I thought I did say I burnt it with the cigarette. That I was smoking.
Okay, no, you left out that part. Mr. Tillis, did that answer your question or you need some more?
Oh, no, that's good. That answers my question.
Okay. So Mr. Fuller, with it, and so that was the domestic abuse, and you pled guilty to that. Oh, a jury found you guilty of that, correct?
Correct. Correct.
Okay. And then the jury found you guilty of the obstruction of justice, right?
Correct.
Okay. What did you do there again? Let's go over that again now that we're getting true confession. Tell me what you did for the obstruction of justice.
On my arrest, I called from the city jail and told them not to go forward with the court proceedings.
Did you threaten her?
Soon as I got to the city jail. I didn't know that I wasn't supposed to be talking to her or nothing like that, like it was an investigation already going on. I just used the city phone to call her, and I said, this is not a threat. We can handle these matters on our own. And they gave me 10 years for those phone calls at the city jail.
And you told her this is not a threat?
I knew the phones were recorded at the city jail. And when I was talking to her, I said, this is not a threat. This is not a threat. We can handle these matters on our own. Because I knew the phone was being recorded.
So that's why you, okay. All right. When's the last AA meeting you went to?
Last Saturday.
And today's what?
Today's Thursday.
Okay. So you went to one Saturday. How often do they have them?
Every week.
Just once a week?
Yes, sir. Besides the ones in the dome. But
Could you have gone to some in the dorm?
I have gone to all of them in the dome.
Did you have an opportunity? Warden, let me ask you this. Did he have an opportunity between Saturday and today to go to any AA meetings?
They hold them in the sober living dorm, but I don't know what schedule they have them on.
Could you find out that?
It's an informal inmate group that gets together. It's nothing that staff is involved in. They have a facilitator, mentor type inmate that does those type classes in the dorm.
Have them every day at 11:30.
Okay. But I do know they have them throughout the week, but I don't know exactly. They had some since Saturday.
They've had some since Saturday.
Yes.
And how come you hadn't gone to him, Mr. Fuller?
Mr. Prater, I've been went to every one of them that they have. On Saturdays, and they call out on Saturday. It's just Saturday. The dorm that I'm in, Win One, sober living, we have 3 or 4 classes a day. One of those classes are NAAA meeting every day.
Okay.
Monday through Thursday.
That's all. That's all. Thank you, sir. I'm prepared to vote.
Okay, Ms. Ledoux, you don't have any more questions?
I do not, sir.
Mr. Prater, what's your vote?
I was disappointed in this interview. I was impressed with the supporters, but I was very disappointed in Mr. Fuller in his interview and having to pry this information out of him. He's going to be getting out before very long anyway. In the process, I don't want to revoke him, or excuse me, not revoke him. I don't want to deny this opportunity, but I want him to go through some long-term my vote is that he attend long-term DOC substance abuse prevention training and classes long-term, and after that to go through domestic violence and anger management classes by DOC long-term. That should take him till the end of his term, where he was going to be getting out on good time anyway. So he's not being released. He's being released to those DOC facilities that have those particular opportunities. And that's my vote.
Thank you, Mr. Prater. Ms. Ledoux?
Okay, I'll note for the record before I vote that Mr. Fuller has a history of violence towards individuals dating back to his first interaction with law enforcement in 2007, 2008, 22, and now currently. The panel now has the ability to order treatment classes that extend past 9 months. We have up to 2 years. In the interest of public safety, my vote today is that Mr. Fuller will go to a long-term substance abuse treatment within the Department of Corrections to address the alcoholism, followed by a domestic abuse prevention program, a certified program that they have developed within DOC. That will take about 1.5 years to complete all of that. I don't know the exact time, but I'm not voting to grant him parole because I believe that he is ready to go back on the streets. I'm granting so that I can require these classes before his release.
Thank you. And I concur with Ms. Ledoux. And I think that's, we need 3 or 4. Okay, we're going to be granting, and I concur with Ms. Ledoux and Mr. Prater. This ends our, we have one more there, but Mr. Fuller, you've been granted. And we'll be getting back with you, and I wish you well. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Kentrell, y'all can step out there and then you guys bring Edward in. I want to talk to you before you leave. It's count time anyhow. You'll have to be able to leave. Huh? They send him down the walk. It's like you right out there. No. What would you do? No, let's sit out here so they got business.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Warren.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Warren. Thank y'all.
So he's waiting for Parole. You can go get him.
He's granted, but he's not going anywhere to the district.
My name is Chuck Tillis. I'm chairing this committee on parole today. My colleagues are Ms. Jerry Ledoux on Zoom and Mr. Steve Prater. Would you state your name and ID for the record, please? Mr.
You're
Moore?
muted.
You're muted. We can't hear you.
Okay. Edward Moore, 379-881.
Thank you. Warden, can you tell us anything about Mr. Moore? Warden Bickham?
Okay. Yes. Let's see here. I had all my notes together on him. I know he's maxed out on his good time. He's working as a stock clerk in our canteen. He is taking pre-release, living in balance, domestic violence intervention, AANA, Cage Raise, Partners in Parenting, AVAL, and CERT. And he has no write-ups.
Thank you so much. Mr. Moore, tell me about yourself. What's going on?
I had a little drug problem. I was drinking and things of that nature when I was home, and ran into a couple of bad people. My mother passed on me, and kind of took a toll on me a little bit, and I kind of lost my sense of direction and started drinking. And since I've been back incarcerated since 2022, I've been taking NA and AA sober living classes, and I learned that in step one that I had to first admit that I had an alcohol problem, and then my life had became unmanageable. Step 6 tell me I had to make amends and move forward. I like step 10 a lot because it tells me that I have to make a search and continue search a moral inventory, and when wrong, properly admit it. And I'm here today at this board to say that I admit for my wrongdoings and I take full responsibility. And with that being said, other classes and things that I took, I learned about myself and victim impact, how my way of doing drugs, selling drugs, and drinking was affecting other people. Something I never really come to grips with myself on. But now that doing that and praying and meditation and going to church, I learned that the Bible is biblical instructions before leaving earth, something I never knew in my life. So upon reading the Bible, I learned that it's a repeated cycle in history of things in the past. And my life, I come to grips that I've been doing the same thing over and over and over again. And I just here to say today that I want to come about it and I want to do better for myself. And I'm on a journey to doing better.
Thank you. Thank you. We have Mr. Randall Mowers in opposition. Miles, are you there? Mr. Mowers, can you hear us? Come back.
We'll come back.
Okay, we'll come back to Mr. Myers. I guess he hadn't logged in yet. Any of my colleagues have any questions they want to ask?
I do. Mr.
Y'all hear me
Moore.
now?
Oh, I'm
Yes.
sorry. Oh, yeah, we can hear you now, Mr. Myers.
I do not hear y'all now, but do y'all hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay.
Yep.
We're opposed to Mr. Moore at this time. He was sentenced to 35 years for drugs. He was released on good time parole in 2019, and then he was arrested 3 additional times within 3 years, or right at 3 years, in February, May, and August of 2022 for drugs. He's there were a lot of substance abuse treatment and some certificates that he obtained prior to his release. I think he's had living in balance, and he said that he's now attending some AA courses now. But he's had lots of chances. His criminal activity started when he was 15 years old, and it's really continued unabated until his current incarceration. He's had many, many chances. He hadn't taken advantage of those chances. I don't believe he's entitled to another chance at this point. He had a 35-year sentence. He was released on good time and went back doing the same exact things over and over again. He continues to commit crimes. He continues to use drugs. And we just don't feel at this point that he's earned the right to have a parole at this time. So we're opposed.
Thank you, Mr. Myers. We appreciate your comment. Ms. Ledoux, you had a question?
I was going to note also what Mr. Meyer said. He was paroled in 2019 and had charges until he was finally revoked in 2022. Mr. Moore, I want to ask you a question. When you were paroled in 2019, do you remember the conditions that the board put on you at the time that you were paroled?
Yeah. NAA meetings. Once a week. NAA meetings once a week.
And what else?
Basically, that's all they told me.
Curfew.
Oh, curfew, yeah, all right, yeah, but my parole officer said that, yes.
How many NA and AA meetings did you attend after you were paroled?
The whole while I was home.
You're telling me.
Excuse me, up till the last year. Up to the last year.
You went to AA and NA for 2 years?
Yes, ma'am.
Every week?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. I did. Yes.
Well, I believe AA and NA failed you considerably. What is your drug of choice?
Drinking.
Drinking.
And cocaine.
And do you have a regular group of people you sell to?
No, ma'am, I don't.
Okay.
It's just to stay getting high thing. That's all it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Prater?
No, sir, I don't. How long have you been in jail this time?
4 years, sir.
Warden, what kind of fellow did you say he was?
He has no write-ups in the years he's been here. He came here in February of 23. And he works as a stock clerk in the canteen. He's not eligible to be a trustee based on the amount of time he has left to serve.
But do you have any personal feelings towards him? Do you know him personally?
No, sir, I have not personally. I mean, I know it. They work him in the canteen. They've been giving him pretty good benefit of the doubt. That's a pretty technical job that they scan pretty hard to get them in there.
Okay. That's all I have.
Mr. Moore, what kind of work were you doing when you were out?
I was a line technician at Zatarain's for 3 years.
Well, why were you selling drugs?
I wouldn't sell it. I would just had drugs to whoever buy it from me, just to get more drugs. That's all it was. Because I was working 5 days a week. It wasn't like I was just selling drugs like that. If I run out of money and have it, somebody come over there smoking with me, they get it from me. And we just get more, that's all.
I see.
So,
And
okay.
what are you doing now about your drug habits? You say you're in the NAA?
Yes, I have been there for the last past, since I've been here back, since 2003, yes, I have. Yes.
You feel like you've gotten control of your drug problem?
To be honest and true with you, I'm glad that I came back this time. This time, because it's like no other time I couldn't get it right. You know, and yes, I feel to believe that this time here really put something on my mind and my heart. You know, going to church and listening to the word and praying to God and continue to stand sober. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it's many times I want to smoke and do this and that and take a little drink or whatever, but I didn't do it. I stayed fast and I stayed strong.
It'll be a lot easier once you get released, though, don't you think?
Now, I got my family support, which before I maybe thought that I could do it on my own, but I have a lot of mentors. I have a daughter, I have a son, my father, which I'll be staying with upon my return. I talked to my boss, Jason, at Zadawans. He willing to welcome me back and get me back on track. I think I have a good support system bagging me up.
And you plan to continue your NA meetings?
Yes, sir. Yeah, most definitely I will. It's the thing that's been keeping me focused. The constant inventory in myself daily. Yes, it have.
Okay. Are there any more questions? Okay, I'm prepared to vote. I read your case and I listening to you now, I'm gonna vote to grant. And I hope that you don't disappoint me. I'm just one vote now.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Prater?
I'm taking what the district attorney said very seriously, and when I look at the record, and it's been constant break after break after break, and always disappointing us, and at some point you have to fulfill your obligation. And at this particular time, I want to see him continue down the road he's on that you're doing right now. My vote is to deny currently.
Hey, Ms. Ledoux?
My vote is to deny parole. He is at the discretion of the board when he can be heard again as a parole violator. And I would encourage him to write back no earlier than a year, but in about 2 years. And I think that sustained progress would be looked at very favorably. So that's my vote today.
Thank you. Mr. Moore, you needed 3 votes and you have 2 denials, so you've been denied. I wish you well and I hope you stay on a good path. Thank you, Warden, and your staff. Closing out at RAYBURN Correctional.